Okay, I'm inside the park office at Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and today, this is the map. 23 miles starts down here at mile 1 and goes all the way over to mile 23. And I think they got 26 campsites along the way. We have through hiked this a couple of times, and it usually takes 2 nights, 3 days. I prefer 3 days, 4 days. I mean, 3 nights, 4 days. But nevertheless, today here at the park office, we're going to start here, and then let's see. We're going to go today. I've got reservations at Dead Pine Campsite, so we're going to go this way through the CCC hatchery ponds and right here to Dead Pine Campsite. Now, what we're going to do today is after I check in, I'll go right across the street and go down here to this, which they call no name parking lot here. I'll park my car here. And Mike, when he comes, he'll come down and pick me up, and we'll go back up to the park office, and then we'll start our hike. Now, it's not a long hike today. It looks like about a mile, maybe a mile and a half. But that's fine, because when I've got a video I want to do, and I don't want to be wore out and tired when I get there, so that's fine.
Because the computer changes. When the computer changes,
Hi.
we all
Good afternoon,
change.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ross.
yeah.
Welcome back. Another visit to FDR State Park.
Yeah.
Yay.
And
Your son-in-law will be here soon.
yeah, my brother-in-law.
How's my hair look?
Brother-in-law.
Live on the web.
Are we live?
You could.
No, you're not live, but you'll go up on my YouTube channel.
Well,
Well, we need to explain
you
to
didn't
the
catch
ladies.
Sarah Ann and Estella.
Look at the ladies.
Look,
We
catch Estella.
we need to explain to you how to tell us to put you in here on the site.
Well, y'all need to train me, because it seems like every time I come, she knows how to do it, and Maddie does
Maddie
it.
was here this morning.
Yeah, she's an expert, and then you had
I've
Chelsea.
only been here a couple of weeks, and I'm part-time.
Yeah, oh, I seen you 3 years ago.
Nose growing over there.
Yeah, I saw her 3 years ago here. All righty. What's your name, huh?
Judy.
Judy, okay. Judy knows how to do it too. All right, thank you, Judy.
You are welcome.
I just came out of the park office at FDR State Park. Something I've been meaning to do for a while, and there's a little statue here right behind me. This is the CCC dedication statue, which stands for the Civilian Conservative Corporation, CCCs. Back in the late 30s, they worked on trails, roadways. The government kept a lot of the guys employed until the war broke out. Then that was the end of the CCCs. But here they got some fish hatcheries and various things that they did do on this trail. All right, boss, let's go. We ain't even got to the trail yet, have we? Here it starts. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me go get a picture of this. Here's all kind of. How far? Dead Pine Camp? 1.6 miles. Okay, around the trail. I gotta watch. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. I think that's called sweet pea.
Sweet pea.
I think. They're very pretty though.
Nice. Pretty color.
Very pretty. Yeah, this is I think next week they have what they call the flower hike. Everything, the mountain laurel, everything's in bloom.
Wildflower hiking.
Oh, is that what it is? Wildflower hike? Yeah, that's next week. Mike promised me a overlook. But this shirt behind my back is driving me bananas. It's hanging on me, but it's all right. I can live with it. for a mile and a half. No, that's all right. Yeah, I want to tell Sweeps that publicity, good or bad, is all good. She published your channel and my channel on her channel, you know. Yeah, so I'll return the favor when we get to the campsite. And I found out what a collab hike is, Mike. Collab. That's collaboration. When you meet she collabed hike with Ice Bear and Mincy, and she promised to come down here to Georgia and collab with me and you. Yeah, Mike has been.
You can see a little bit.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Let's go do one of them crazy selfies. Let's do one of them crazy selfies where they fall off a damn cliff.
아야, don't say that.
Okay.
What you think? Nice view, right?
Yeah, right there. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Out on the ledge like this. Look at this old dead tree here. This is Georgia heaven, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Closest thing we got. There's a dead looking, interesting looking tree there too,
This one?
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hand it and let me get you.
I think me, I
Just
can
leave
do,
it running because I can go ahead.
I can do like this.
No, let me hold it back in. Yeah, you can do it that way. I'll edit out though. What you?
Be careful.
Yeah, I am. Okay, here's Mike.
I think one more spot like this.
One more spot. Well, that'll be nice. Okay.
Huge land.
All right. Here we are. The last. What is the last 3/10 of a mile, Mike?
Yes, sir.
And here is part of the CCC, the fish ponds. I don't think it ever came to the hatchery. I don't think it ever came to fruition, but they did build some ponds back in these, trying to, huh?
World War
Yeah, World War II. Yeah, they was trying to harvest fish, and that's when they used to ration things. I don't think these millennials know anything about having ration coffee and sugar. That's one of the ponds. Boy, the other day when we came in here last week, it was raining.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the frogs were busy. God, they were busy. Now, not a sound. Not a sound.
I think they're still too tired from the last week.
Well, they were mating is what they were doing, I guess, when it rained like that. Oh my God. And I'm gonna show you some water crossings that's normally dry, but my God, let's go down there and see if it's wet. Because they had a tornado hit Pine Mountain, Georgia. Oh, hey, last week, oh my God,
You want to go this way?
no, let's go like we over the bridge there, since it didn't know water. This last week, this is where we got our feet. It was, I mean,
It was a river.
it was a river. See, right now we can step on this cement like this. We couldn't do that last week. It was 3 or 4 inches of water coming over the top. We got our feet wet. And the whole trail was nothing but mud. Mud, mud, mud.
I put on my long sleeve shirt on my feet, you know.
Yeah. Plus it got 20 degrees colder. Mike ended up taking his shirt and tying the sleeves off and sticking his feet in there because his socks were soaking wet. He had to wring them out. He had merino wool socks on. And it was full of water. Never dried. But I just had regular socks on because my shoes, I didn't realize it, but all these shoes I've got, I can't wear these merino wool or Don Cuff socks because all my shoes is a half size too small. So on these little short hikes like this, I can wear regular socks and get away with it. But mine dried out because I had just thin socks on, and body heat dried them out. But the next morning when we got up, I noticed Mike had Ziploc bags for socks. They were sticking out his shoes. I said, what is that? He had Ziploc bags on his feet because he didn't want to put his feet in wet shoes.
It was cold.
It was cold, yeah. It was funny though. I said, what is that? I recognized what it was though. Just going to show you a little hike like this, how it can end up being such a fiasco, I guess you could say. Like Kevin told us, what did he say? Embrace the suck. Yeah, Lord. Oh, here's the tree. Reason I wanted this camera on before the tornado a few weeks ago, I remember going by this pine tree thinking, oh, what a big, lovely, big pine tree. I said, must be 50, maybe 75 years old. The next week, we came this way, and this is what we saw. Oh, they've sawed it up since then, but look at that. That's what we found. Now, there's nothing wrong, wouldn't rot. It wouldn't rot, and I think the tornado just came and twisted it and snapped it off. So, yeah, one day it's gonna fall. One day it's gonna fall. Let me get by. It just, see, look at that nice big pine tree. Was not rotten. There's no rotten wood or anything. Just twisted it and snapped it. Look at how big it is. So you never know.
Never know.
Got it the first time. Now, I want to tell you about these air pads. I think this is the one I had before this exact same thing developed a slow leak, which is not good. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you got to get up and blow it up again. But I had it in the fall, and actually I ended up sleeping on cold, hard ground. I could feel every pebble and every acorn or whatever was under me. But nevertheless, Mike helped me, and we could not find a leak in the body of this one or that. And I've always suspected these stem valves. See, this kind of valve here, there's 2 on it. I always suspected they were leaking. But nevertheless, I sent it back in Kylmit. This is Kylmit V Lux, 30 inch. Anyway, I sent it in for repair. They just sent me a brand new one, which was this one. Guess what? It had a slow leak too. So I called them a couple of days ago, actually this week, and talked to customer service. Deb was her name at extension 101. She was very helpful. I told her that I suspected it was the stem valves. So what I did, I went in the bathroom and got a sponge, soapy water sponge, and I started sponging around these because I could have swore I was going to see air coming out the top of this thing, but nothing came out of this one. But when I got over to this one here, nothing came out the top, but the water had spilt down here at the base, right there. And all of a sudden I saw a little bubble coming out. Boop, 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 like that. And I saw, when I called customer service, Dad directed me towards a YouTube video. And I'll put a link down in the bottom because I was surprised how easy it was to fix. It's only about 90-second video, but the guy, what he does, he pulls this stem out and puts a bead of super glue and then puts it back in. So the only thing is, it looked like when he pulled it out, it came out so easy, but let me tell you, I had to struggle with it to get it out. But I did get it out, and Mike had a tube of super glue. So I made sure I made a rim and put it back. And I checked it, and it seems to be okay. But I just want to tell you, of course, I think Kylmit, I know Big Agnes went to the new type valve system. The one that's like a one-way valve where you put the air in, you can let it out in the sort of like a Cedar Summit pillar, how they have a valve system like that. I think all of them have gone to that. Mike has had brand new ones with slow leaks too, but that's how you fix it. I was surprised it was that easy. Well, we was on the way to get water, and I noticed all this mountain laurel. They blooming away. Come on, Mike, let's go. Look up there. It's just hanging like wisteria everywhere.
Nice stuff.
Next week is the flower trail hike. Look at that, very pretty mountain laurel. Because you got to be free.
Be free. Agua time. Agua.
Mike, those new Sawyer bags, somebody had one, they changed the texture. It's not so stiff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not so stiff. You know, these you had crackly and everything. The new ones are kind of soft.
This kind of thick binding.
Yeah.
I mean, hard plastic.
Yeah. You don't see any fish in there, do you? Tannins, a lot of tannins in the water from the rain.
If I catch some little fish, I can deep fry.
Yep. Get up from here. Oh, my knees ain't gonna be that good. Okay.
With the no problem, right?
You just have to do it with noise. Okay, you can cut it off, Mike.
Okay.
Let me turn this camera around. Let's aggravate Mike for a few minutes, because Sweep always wants to know what's Mike doing over there. He should be practicing making steak for her. So what you doing over there, Mike? What you got today?
Just rice.
No wood.
Not on the practice thing.
No wood stove this time.
No sir, not today.
All right, you got your wind burner, it looks like, right?
Yes sir.
Nothing for sweeps, huh?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Hey, she don't know how boring we are, huh? We work all week and wait for Friday to get out here in the woods.
Yes, sir. For relaxing.
Relaxing.
Yep.
Okay.